group is there. Another group is there. The sacked DOS, they are there, accusing Mazen Nandekam. Accusing Mazen Simon Ekpa. Insulting Mazen Nandekam. Insulting Mazen Simon Ekpa. And ask them, what is your own project on getting Biafra? They don't have any. There is no plan. There is no project whatsoever. They don't have any single project or plan. But what did they do? The only thing they know how to do is to continue to destroy the reputation of our Prime Minister, destroy the reputation of our Supreme Leader, Mazen Nandekam. And you think by doing that you are doing yourself good. Or you think by doing that, oh, you become respected. By doing that, the Biafrans will now follow you. That is the dumbest thing for anybody to think. The dumbest thing for anybody to think. That by your propaganda and blackmail, that all of a sudden, people will now begin to listen to you. You are an idiot if you think so. If you think that your propaganda and blackmail will lead you to anywhere, you are an idiot. The worst idiot I have ever seen. Because you are not going to make it. You are not going to make it. Nobody is going to follow you. Nobody is going to listen to you. You will only end up destroying your own image. You will destroy your own image, destroy your own reputation, just as they have destroyed themselves. All this bunch of criminals, they have destroyed themselves. And they are still there claiming that they are fighting for Biafra. I don't know the Biafra they are fighting for. I don't know the kind of Biafra they are fighting for. Meanwhile, those who are serious are there doing the needful. Doing the needful. Members of IPOB in Knesset doing the needful. Why is it that you will not do the same? Why is it so difficult for us to follow the right thing? Why is it so difficult for us to listen to the reality of the day? Why is it so difficult for us to focus? Today, Master Simon Ekpa is standing for us in the court. And whatever happens in the next few days, the cases, remember the case is from the 5th up until 21st. What we know that the case have kicked off today, and remember it was said that today is just to arrange. Today is a meeting of the prosecutors and the defense team. They will know each other, introduce each other, then they will plan modality for the case. Then after the modality planning, then they will give us the timetable on the presentation on how it will happen. And when it comes to appearance inside the court, we will now know. Remember, the case is happening in Finland. It's not like in Nigeria where we will get all the information. Information that is coming from Finland is sketchy. So we only show and speak about what we are doing. Remember, I always advise that we should only speak about what we are sure of. Anything that you're not sure about, there's no point speaking about things that you're not sure about. Speak about the information you are sure about. Anything that you are not particularly sure about, don't speak about it. There's no law that says that you must speak. But the only thing that the world has to know is that for you to understand the origin of the problem, you must look at the origin. The origin of the modern Nigeria. To understand today's debates, it is useful to look at history. That is why I played those videos I played. Modern Nigeria emerged through British colonial administration. During the late 19th and early 20th century, in 1914, the British administration combined the North and Southern Protectorate into one colony. That is the genesis of the problem. People that have nothing in common. People that don't have the same ideology. We don't have the same value system. The British forced us together. That is the genesis of the problem. Historians have long debated the motivation behind this decision. Many point to the administrative efficiency and economic consideration. Others argue that it is brought together community with different languages, culture, political tradition, and religious background without broad public consultation. That is the problem. That is the problem. Bringing together communities with different language, culture, political traditions, and religious background without broad public consultation. That is the problem. And that is why Mazen Nandekano is facing a life sentence. That is why Mazen Simon Ekpa is facing the court. Since independence that they claim they have since 1960, Nigeria has continued to debate whether the country's federal structure has adequately addressed this diversity. Since 1960, how many years now? The debate is still on. They have not been able to have a nation. Different scholars reach different conclusions. Some believe Nigerian diversity is a strength, and you and I know it is not. They believe that Nigerian diversity is a strength that can succeed under effective governance and inclusive institution. But you and I know, and a person like me, I argue, that constitutional reform are necessary to reduce tension and improve representation. But you and I know that the diversity of Nigeria is the reason Nigeria will never succeed. The diversity of Nigeria is not strength, it is destruction. What is called, described properly by our Prime Minister as destructive diversity. That is what you have in Nigeria. Destructive diversity. And there is nothing you can do to change it. That is why Mazen Nandekano is pursuing self-determination. That is why Mazen Simon Ekpa is pursuing self-determination. They are not terrorists. These are human rights activists, freedoms of conscience, pursuing the freedom of their people. The Nigerian Civil War between 1967 and 1970 remained one of the most significant events in the country's history. One of the most significant events in the country's history that can never be forgotten. That people see as the basis of what we are establishing today also. The conflict followed a period marked by political instability, military coup, regional tension, and violence. The war resulted in tremendous human estimate of civilian death, varying widely, and many families experienced displaced, famine, and loss. Millions of Biafrans lost their life during that civil war, which is genocide, as per se, supported by the British. They do not lose their life on bullets. They were starved to death, which is a war crime. A war crime committed against the Biafrans. Up to today, it has not been recognized as a war crime. The people that committed that crime are still being celebrated. The British refused to acknowledge the genocide against the Biafrans. Still days. And that is why Mazen Nandekano is speaking. That is why Mazen Samuel is saying what he's saying. And that is why these our leaders are fighting to protect ourselves, our people, and say never again. We will not watch another genocide happen, not in our lifetime. That is why Mazen Nandekano is fighting. That is why Mazen Samuel is fighting. And that is why today both of them are facing the court. Because they say they will not watch another genocide happen in our land. Not by Nigeria, not by British, not by any country of the world. We will not allow that. Although the war ended more than 5 decades ago, memory of the period continues to influence political discussion today, especially in southeastern Nigeria. The war ended, but the end, it never ended. They only changed the routine and the system of the war. The war is still going on till tomorrow. Biafran war is still going on till tomorrow. It's still going on. Many families still pass this experience from one generation to the next. We are still facing genocide. We are still facing the war. We can still feel it. We can still see jets flying around and throwing bombs in our land. We can see dead bodies littered in our land. We still see hunger. So the war is not over. And that is why people will never stop supporting our Supreme Master Nandekano. The Biafrans will never stop supporting Master Simon Ekpa because they know what they stand for. Supporters of the Biafran movement will always point to several concerns. These are the concerns we are pointing at every day. Every supporter of Biafran movement, we have concerns we are pointing at, which the federal government don't want to look at. And those concerns are We believe southeastern Nigeria has experienced political and economic marginalization. Historical grievances have not been fully addressed. It has not even fully, it has not been addressed. The 3R was not ever attended to. And instead of attending to the 3R, they are continuing to marginalize us economically in every angle, in every corner. Insecurity, the protection of communities. Our communities have been made insecure by Nigerian government. Nigerian government militarize our place and create way for terrorists to flood in. What they are busy is fighting against those who are protecting our land. Just as they took the life of one of our commanders, cut off his head, and they are celebrating it. But the most painful thing is that they have succeeded in using hunger to impoverish our people so that our people will join them in that atrocity. And many Biafrans are joining them in fighting against their own people. All we are asking for is self-determination. Self-determination is what we are asking for. Every Biafran. And that is why we will continue to stand behind Mazen Nandekano for better, for worse. It doesn't matter what you feel, what you think, or how you feel about it. We will continue to stand behind our Supreme Mazen Nandekano. However, many other Nigerians disagree with us when we say what we say. They believe national unity should be preserved while addressing grievances through consultative reform. But is Nigeria ready to consult? Nigerian government is not ready to consult anybody. That is why sometimes when you see people telling us, why are you asking for Biafra? Every time you're talking about Biafra, why are you people always wanting to go? Why do you want to break out of Nigeria? We are better one. Let's talk about unity. Unity for what? Who is going to bring that unity? How do you want to unite with somebody who doesn't want to unite with you? The federal government of Nigeria is not ready to make any unity. How can you talk about unity? Now you are reintegrating terrorists. Meanwhile, the innocent citizens are demanding for their rights. You are killing them. How do you want to stand in that? They talk about constitutional reform. What constitutional reform? You have done your Okuta panel. It didn't work. You did the one that Goodluck John constitutional conference. It didn't work. Because Nigeria is not meant to work. Is it election? Look at what's happening in election. Just the past election, the election that brought Tinubu is rigged. It's a fake election. They know that he did not win. The whole world saw it, but yet he is there. And today he's running and trying to go back again. So are you going to tell me that you will correct the situation in Nigeria with the election? You cannot. Election can never bring correction in Nigeria. The person that is there today came in fraudulently, and he's still going back fraudulently. Whoever comes there, except you are fraudulent, you can't come there. Nigeria is not ready to dialogue. Instead, their dialogue is with the terrorists. Talk about improving their institutions. They are not ready to improve their institution. Today, the court, the police, the army, they are all part of the terrorism. Every one of them, the presidency, the judiciary, the administrative, all of them are part of the terrorism. So how do anybody want to tell us to stop and forget about our freedom? How? On what basis are you going to tell a Biafra to stop agitation for self-determination? On what basis? On what basis? No matter what they say, we will continue to support our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano. Mazen Nandekano is widely known as leading figure associated with the contemporary Biafra movement. Mazen Nandekano is in the front line. He is the face of the Biafra today we are talking about, followed by our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. Every one of us that is supporting him, we know that he is someone that is seeking for self-determination for the people to be represented. He is fighting for self-determination for the people he represents. The people that Mazen Nandekano represent, that Mazen Sam represent, are the people of Biafra. They are only fighting for self-determination, nothing else. The Nigerian government, on the other hand, decide to bring criminal charges against our leaders. Nigerian government criminalized self-determination because of Biafra. They criminalized self-determination. Self-determination that is something that international law backs up. African peoples and human rights law backs it up. Even Nigerian law also promotes self-determination. But because it is the Biafran people, they turn the law upside down. Look at the case of Mazi Nnamdi and how they are turning it around. The case of Mazi Simon Ekpa, they were able to penetrate Finland with fake evidence that doesn't hold water. And this appeal is going to mark the beginning of their disgrace. This appeal will mark the beginning of the disgrace of the zoological republic. The legal proceedings of our Supreme Leader Mazi Nnamdi attracted significant public attention, both within Nigeria and outside Nigeria. They said allegations should be resolved through the court. Mazi Nnamdi have followed him through the court, won his case on several occasions in the court, and they refused to let him go. Instead, they returned him back and began to charge him based on unknown law. He was convicted with a repeat law. Mazi Nnamdi was convicted with a repeat law. And they sent him to Sokoto. And all of a sudden today, they wake up and tell us they want to bring him from to Sokoto to Abuja without the law. And Mazi Nnamdi said, I'm going nowhere. The same law that brought me to Sokoto, if I will have to go to Abuja, it has to pass through the same law. Mazi Nnamdi have put in for appeal. Nigerian government is supposed to respond to appeal within 30 days. It is now getting to 2 months and they have never responded to the appeal. Do you call that justice? Do you call that fairness? And you tell me not to talk about self-determination. You tell me to be part of Nigeria. You're an idiot. Regardless of political opinion, many legal experts emphasize that fair legal procedure are a cornerstone of justice. And that is what we are not asking for any special treatment. Fair legal procedures, they are the cornerstone of justice. And that is what we're asking for. In Finland, that's what they're asking for. In Nigeria, fair legal procedures. Is it too much to ask? Is it too much to ask? Mazi Simon Ekpa is a prominent man, as we see today. His case is all over the world. They are watching. He has now become a prominent and controversial figure in discussion about the Biafra movement. Some call him controversial, but we, the followers, we know he is not controversial. He's just been doing the right thing. He has to do, supporting his people. He's advocating for Biafra. He's advocating for self-determination, just like Mazi Nnamdi. But Nigerian authorities blackmail him. They push different kinds of lies against our prime minister. They lied against him, brought unfounded evidence against him, which we are not properly supervised. And we believe in this very appeal. Many international lawyers are there from different parts of the world. They are in the court. International lawyers. They are there to witness what is happening. Many international organizations are witnessing. They are witness to what is happening. It's on Finland. Finland is on a hot seat to redeem themselves. And whatever they do, we set a standard for them. They have an opportunity to redeem themselves or to deepen themselves more into the whole. The legal proceeding of Mazi Simon Ekpa today has drawn international attention from all over the world. We believe that the outcome should be determined through evidence, judicial procedure, and the applicable law. Respect for due process. Protect both defendants and the integrity of the justice system. That's what we are asking. Fair hearing. Fair hearing. We are not asking for pity. Fair hearing. That's what we're asking for. Due process matters. One principle that extends beyond any individual case is the importance of due process. Due process is very, very important. The rule of law requires that allegations are tested in court. is what Dr. Mazangara was just saying in the video I played. Allegations must be tested in court. Every allegation against Master Simon Ekpa must be tested. They must be put to test. Because we know that every allegation they bring against Master are fake. Evidence need to be examined. Every single evidence from Nigerian government and from Master Simon must be properly examined. There is nothing like that is too horror that you can't be able to watch. No. We are talking about terrorism case here. Every evidence must be examined. Defendants have access to legal representation. Master Simon Ekpa should be adequately represented by his legal team. And the court must be independent. The court must be independent. Every decision must be made according to international law. According to law. This principle benefits society as a whole, not just for Master Simon Ekpa. You don't know who is going to be tomorrow. Whatever they do today will set the president for tomorrow. People may disagree strongly about politics, but confidence in fair legal procedure helps maintain public trust. That is why the procedure must be respected. Things must be done right. The foundation of Nigeria is faulty. The foundation of Nigeria is faulty and must be destroyed and allow the people to lay a new foundation that will suit them. The foundation of Nigeria that was laid by the British. Questions about Nigeria constitution and political structure are not unique to one movement. Across the country, many commentators have discussed topics such as federalism, constitutional reform, resource allocation, devolution of power, state policing, electoral reform, and mechanical and national dialogue. The reason all these things are coming up because the foundation from the onset is wrong. It's the wrong foundation. And the easiest way to fix it is to do away with that foundation and start a new one. How do you do it? Everybody go back to their region, to your tent, O Israel. Then if we want to come back, we can write a constitution that will unite us, if we choose to. It will not make us to be enemy. It will not make us to fight each other. If we choose to come back and be together, we can write our own laws and constitutions on how to be together. If we choose to stay aside, we can stay. If we can still intermarry, we can still do business together. It doesn't stop us from anything. When they say greater decentralization would improve governance, I don't believe so. Disintegration is the ultimate. There is nothing that can strengthen what you have, the British have put in place. What British have put in place is a time bomb, and it will explode. Except you do away with it, it will definitely explode. It will definitely explode. The best thing to do is to do away with it. Do away with it. Nigeria cannot have national unity. You can speak about it, preach about it until the kingdom come. It's been more than 60 years you are talking about national unity. You can't find it. Up to today, Nigeria is not a nation. It's not a nation. It's still operating as a company till tomorrow. Nigeria is still operating as a company till tomorrow, and we never ever succeed, no matter what you do. Scholars have identified many factors that have contributed to recurring tensions, including, with all this is present, there is nothing you can do. Ethnic diversity, religious diversity, religion on inequality, competition for political power, corruption, uneven economic development, insecurity, distrust of institutions, and differing historical narratives. With this in one country, it will never work. It will never work. Nigeria is made up of a complete disorganized people. If you want to get it right, we must end it and start something new. We must end it. So, my fellow Biafrans, wherever you are watching from, and you have joined us on this platform, we must continue to be helpful, continue to pray for Master Simon Ekpa as he is appearing in court. Continue to pray for him. Pray for him any best way you can. He's our Prime Minister. He's standing in for us. And by the special grace of Chukwu Okabiam, he is definitely going to be free and he will join us very soon. No matter what the enemies are doing, no matter what they say, Master Simon Ekpa will definitely join us because he has not committed any crime. Every allegation against him, you and I know that they are false allegations. All are false allegations. Unfounded allegations. And we cannot allow that to cage us. We cannot allow that to shape our feelings towards him. We cannot allow that to shape our own ideas about him. So, my fellow Biafrans, I am going to come back in the evening when I'm going to bring the full update of what transpired because, as I told you, information that are coming from Finland are sketchy. So we will only show off the things that we have seen from Finland. What we know is that the case has kicked off today. You saw when I showed Biafrans who were in the court, Biafrans who were able to make it in the court premises. They were there and waiting for the hearing. And you know that they will speak in Finnish. Inside the court, it will be done in Finnish. So you might even be in the court and you will not know what they are saying or what transpired. It's only after this whole court will we go out and then we can be able to find out what transpired and we will now share with the public. And the day that the public hearing is going to be made, we have to be televised, we will equally key in and join the program. But today marks the beginning. And the main thing that was on today is the arrangement of the case, how it's going to happen. The prosecuting counsel and defense counsel, they meet today to organize and arrange how the case is going to go. So that is what was done today. And from tomorrow and next tomorrow, we're going to be knowing how they're going to fix their dates. But already we know that on the 10th, publicly on the 10th, I think that day is going to be the major hearing where people will be allowed to go inside. But before then, if there is any change or something else comes up, we will continue to update Biafrans. Let us continue to pray for Master Simon Ekpa. Pray for Master Nandekano, wherever you are. We will not stop praying for them because these are the people who have put their life on the line for you and I. These are the people who are making the ultimate sacrifice for you and I. And as long as we are here and alive, we must continue to speak on their behalf. We must continue to appreciate them. We must continue to pray for them and pray that Chukwu Okike will continue to guide them, protect them, and secure them for us. So, my fellow Biafrans, we are going to be rounding up on the program so that we can be able to come back again later in the day. We're going to be back again later in the day and continue from where we stop to bring the updates that we gathered from Finland and know how we're going to follow it up by tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining everyone, those who are watching from TikTok, those who are watching from Facebook, those that are watching from the YouTube or from X. I appreciate every one of you. Like and share the program. If you have not shared this program, I don't know why you wouldn't share it. We must create awareness and let the world know what is happening. We must let the world know what is happening. Any place you are, we must let the world know what is happening. Anywhere you are. That is why you have to share the program. Share it and let everyone get this information. Share this information so that everybody will know what is happening. When the world pays attention, it will be difficult to give an unfair treatment. That is the importance of it. It will be difficult to give an unfair treatment. That is why we need to share information that have to do with our leaders, both Mazen Nandekano and Mazen Simon Ekpa. Now we are focusing on Mazen Simon Ekpa case. Share it and make it go viral. Let the world pay attention and follow up. May Chukwu Okike continue to guide and protect every Biafran, more especially those that made it in Finland. You will be there safely and you will return safely. No evil shall befall you. Our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, Chukwu Okike will grant him victory. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Prime Minister Mazi Simon Ekpa shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. I appreciate every one of you that have been with me on this program from beginning to end. Please like and share. If you have not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel. It is very important so that we can be able to catch up. And also touch the notification bell. If you have not touched it, touch the notification bell so that whenever I come online, you can join me immediately and then we can run it and end it on time. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. I will be back in the evening time for another update and we'll be continuing from there. May Chukwu continue to guide and protect every single one of you that have been with me from the beginning of this program to now. We have spent more than 3 hours on this program and we are going to come back. May Chukwu guide and protect all of you. Thank you so much and stay blessed. Remain blessed wherever you are. See you again.
We, the Biafra, reject global conspiracy against the Biafra people. This moment uses media to demand unconditional release of the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, Simon Ekpa, who the Finland authority have held incommunicado for long now. They say they are investigating, and it's been months up to now. No charge has been brought against the Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra. We hereby demand immediate release, unconditional release of the Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. The global conspiracy against the Biafrans is unacceptable. We will never accept it. It doesn't matter how we try to paint it, the whole world is watching. And it is sad that the war Simon is watching and atrocities committed against the Biafran people. Mazi Simon Ekpa is only asking for freedom. He's only defending his own people, trying to save the innocent life. Free Mazi Simon Ekpa now.
Thank you so much. See you later in the evening.
This is like a Confucian war. This is too body brand. I mean, they tell you a story about the one that you get. Money they go to work to. Money they work for bank. When I enter for motor, wherever they go. Opposite good, but they don't be on the side. Along the school road, I see people run around. I see people run around. Then I say, brother, and I'm waiting they happen. And I'm waiting they happen. And I'm about to the body bar. See no day for talk.